Don't we all have tier lists? Now, what if I said Alita remade a little tier list about the Chainsaw Man Devils? Whoa, now that's a crazy topic. Now, you might say, what a nice little tier list. Look, he even did the little name signs at the bottom beneath the pictures. That's very cool. And then he ruined it with his terrible ranking. So we're here to correct for his mistakes and do the proper ranking of the very best Chainsaw Man Devils. Now, do we think these are all the devils? I don't know. Seems like there would probably be more, but I'm sure he hit on all the important ones. Let's see if we can name one that's not here, huh? Maybe I'll do that at the end. Maybe I won't remember. You know what else is very high quality here? Starts with A, ends with Z. Now that's some crazy shit. Now, it's important to say that we're probably ranking these on character design and stuff like that. Oh, I guess and how much you like them. But, like, controls here. So am I supposed to rate Nayata as number one because she's the bestest Chainsaw Man character? Or am I just supposed to say the control is a concept? We'll probably go more with the latter. But we'll see as we progress. Because a lot of them, sometimes they are just concepts. There's not too much characterization. Sometimes the lack of characterization is the characterization. And sometimes is just sometimes. And that's upsetting. Now, the first thing here we have is the Accident Devil. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I had to look this one up. But this is one Yori used recently to, like, Fallen Chainsaw Man or something, I think. And it does look cool. It's got, like, cars and stuff because it's, like, an accident. So it's cool designed, but I forgot about it, so it can't be that good. So we're going to put it in the B tier. Now, Aging Devil. Now, when this one showed up, we said, this Fujimoto, he doesn't suck that bad anymore. Because, you know, he had a bunch of boring devils, but now he has a really cool one that looks like it's right out of part one. So we love the great Aging Devil. She wears high heels, and it might not even be a she. Now, that's crazy. Gender bending? I wouldn't expect such a thing from Chainsaw Man. And then the Aging Devil had its own world, and then it didn't want to deal with Denji, so it, like, left. So that was pretty funny. We got the Angel Devil. This is a quintessential A tier for Angel. A for Angel, you get it? A tier devil. We like the Angel Devil, but we don't like him that much. As a character, he's more like B tier, but as a design, he's pretty freaking cool. He's got a halo, he's got wings, and he hates humans and wants them to suffer. Remember that movie we all saw? That was crazy. And also, he can turn things into weapons, like Aki's sword is one of his weapons or something. And also, he freaking has a tragic backstory, and he was under Makima's control the whole time, and then he freaking died. And I'm freaking crying just thinking about it. Now, we got the creepy-ass Bat Devil. We've only got one of them here, though the other one is not around for very long. This is probably quintessential B tier, right? It's, like, intimidating and cool looking, and it's, like, exactly what you would think a Bat Devil was. So that's pretty cool. The Bitterness Devil is probably quintessential C tier. Not around very much, not the coolest concept, not the best design, probably. And, you know, he's just there, but he's not annoying things. Next, we have the Blood Devil. Now, how did Power become the Blood Devil if she's actually a fiend or something? I guess we released her from her body. It's probably an S tier one. It kind of looks like Power. It's very female-esque because it has, like, long hair, you see. And it saves Denji that one time, so it's pretty cool. Now, if you're a devil in a human and therefore a fiend, are you trapped in there? Wouldn't you, like, want to kill the human so you can, like, come out as a much more powerful devil? Or it depends if you want to, like, hang out, huh? So I don't know why fiends are fiending, but maybe. They just want to live in human society. And doesn't say a lot. Now, obviously, the Chainsaw Man Devil is probably the second best devil of all time. You know, he looks like Guts' berserker form or whatever, and he's got a thing tied around his neck, and he doesn't speak, and he's super duper cool, and he's like an ultimate super duper final form. And he's black, and that's really cool. Black Chainsaw Man, red Chainsaw Man. You heard the spiel before. So, you know, we love that Chainsaw Man Devil. Is he the Chainsaw Devil, the Chainsaw Man Devil? We'll never know such things. Chicken Devil, this is the great Bucky, of course. He's obviously a top 3 devil in the series. He's a funny guy. He says jokes like excellent, etc. And then Asa freaking killed him. And that's why we never liked Asa, even from the beginning. What a loser. Now, Bucky's coming back, don't you worry. He's gonna be back anytime soon. Why doesn't he have a head? He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Now, that's crazy. That feels like an Australian idiom. But it has to be for the rest of the world, because otherwise they wouldn't know to have Bucky have no head. The Cockroach Devil is an A-tier devil, I think. This is a really cool guy that Denji killed when he showed up in part 2. He tried to do that moral conundrum. Remember that? I put that in my video one time. And he's got like an exoskeleton, because that's how like bugs work or something, and it looks really cool when they're big like that. See, like Nayata and Makima's character designs are obviously S-tier. Control is like kind of a cool concept, I guess. So I guess they gotta go here. Elitari really should have done them separately. But, you know, just Control as a concept, it's not that cool. But it's pretty cool. And the way it's implemented is really cool. So it's got to be, like, bottom S tier, don't you think? Now we got the Cursed Devil. Now, the Cursed Devil is one of the coolest devils because it facilitates metaisms. Like when that finger flicked them from outside of the panel or whatever. And then the anime ruined it because the anime frickin' sucks. So the Cursed Devil has to be like the 4th best devil because Bucky's funny, so he has to go above it. But nobody else can get above the Great Cursed Devil. He also counts down or something. Remember, that was like the thing you saw when you started reading Chainsaw Man. You're like, this is the greatest manga of all time. It was when we were doing wacky meta stuff like that. Doesn't it give you nostalgia? How come Chainsaw Man doesn't do that anymore? It's just like, it doesn't do anything. We read the Reddit comments sometimes. The Darkness Devil. If you watch my great chapter reviews with Elite RE every week when the chapter comes out that you can find on this channel, which you should always be watching, it's no surprise that the Darkness Devil is obviously number 1. He's got astronauts. Does any of these other guys have astronauts? I didn't think so. He fucked up Makima real quick. Makima sucks. And he killed everybody. Beam, the Violence Fiend, I'm sure some others. Quan Chi's girls. No, that was some crazy shit. So, I mean, it's the best moment in all of Chainsaw Man. What can we say? Of course it's S tier. When will he come back? If he never comes back, will we be satisfied? Maybe. Now I got the Death Devil. Now the Death Devil's cool because it's just a cute girl and she's very hungry all the time. That's why you think she's Fammy for a little while, but she's actually not. She's Little D, the Death Devil. She's got the eyes. She's got like the weird things in her hair and her earrings and stuff like that. And she showed up that one time and she tilts her head. And so we like the Death Devil. Now the Doll Devil. Now, this is the most confusing character in all of Chainsaw Man. Nobody knows. To this day, nobody knows what the fuck was going on with the Doll Devil. There was a lady, there was an old man. And one of them was and wasn't the Doll Devil. And this guy is also the picture here, which means he must have been the Doll Devil too. Now, the Doll Devil knew to summon hell to send him and fight the dark... Well, I guess he wasn't necessarily in league with the Darkness Devil. The Darkness Devil just showed up when everybody went to hell. Now, we'll see the Hell Devil later. But you looked really cool, and you turn people into dolls, and they start doing what you want. And it's like, wait, wasn't this the Puppet Devil? Or am I just thinking about Naruto right now? Maybe I'm just thinking about Naruto. But you turn people into puppets or dolls. What's the difference? Well, puppets you put your little hand in, huh? And dolls you don't. I don't know, but he was really cool. But still, to this day, nobody understands what went on. The Eternity Devil's pretty cool. He facilitates some boring arcs. Nah, the Aquarium one's alright. This second design from him is way cooler than the first one. But you know, he's okay. Where do I actually place the Falling Devil? Do I do the beam? And because Alita really likes the Falling Devil and he's an idiot and I hate him and people think the Falling Devil sometimes is better than the Darkness Devil, do I put them in D tier because Lamau, frick you, loses to overcorrect for the injustices of the world? Or do I honestly confront my innermost feelings and rank them somewhere? Now that follows, where the fuck do we rank them? It's not better than Curse. Is it better than Aging? But Aging's pretty cool. But Falling's pretty cool too. But Aging's pretty cool too. But Falling's probably a little bit cooler than the Aging Devil. Remember we had a whole Falling Devil arc and everybody like jumped out of a building and then she got all her arms and legs and stuff and she's a chef for some reason. But that's not that good of a bit, you know. The chef bit is okay, but it's not that great. So that's why it's S tier. Famine? I don't know. Famine feels a little like Death again, but just not as cool. But like, she's also a funny, silly girl. So probably the top of A tier. I don't feel that strongly to put her in S tier or nothing. Oh, but the Fire Devil, now that's a cool devil. Fuck off, Falling Devil, you suck. Now, this is obviously Agni from the series Fire Punch, and Fire Punch is better than Chainsaw Man, and we love Agni. So that means that we love the Fire Devil, just for reminding us of what once was the Great Fire Punch. My goodness. And it's like a serious devil. I think it's a she or something, and she's got a conundrum for Denji, and she did the whole part 2 thing or something. Still, just like the doll devil, we don't understand what any of that was about, but who cares? The fox devil. I've already seen Naruto, bro. This guy ain't that cool. Cone is pretty cool, I guess, but now that everybody sees it in the anime, that makes it less cool, huh? It's probably cooler than the angel devil. Is it cooler than the cockroach devil? I don't know. The cockroach devil is pretty cool. Also, this fox is, lame. It never actually wants to fight anybody strong. Oh my god. Speaking of anime pollution, we got the future devil. And if you say Miri Psycho or whatever the hell, you're a big loser and you just outed yourself as an anime fan. Because us reading the manga didn't know what that was. We don't speak Japanese. I don't know. It's like the coolest devil. It's cooler than the falling devil. The fire devil beats it though. But he's got a little thingy. How do you represent the future? Oh, this is a cool design. That's what Chainsaw Man used to be about. Now it's about lame things. God, part 1 was the best. We've got the Ghost Devil. Now, the Ghost Devil is pretty cool, but it's probably not an S tier one. So I'll probably put it here. It's got lots of flowers and stuff, and flowers are sick, and it's got a crazy lady head, and it's super strong and stuff, and it was, what's that girl's name? Himino. No, that's a different... Oh, it is Himino. I was thinking that was Kobeni. But it was like her secret devil, so that was pretty cool. Gilly the chicken. Now, this is an S tier mon. We love this Pokemon. He's pretty cool. He's like he takes your head off, but he's also a scaredy cat little bird. Do we like it more than the Death Devil? No, that's crazy, because he's like the Death Devil's creature. But he's a funny guy. We love this guy. So maybe. Oh, the Gun Devil's the coolest of all time. He looks like Barrel Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's the coolest monster design to ever be seen in anything. It might actually be better than the Great Puchita. It might be a second. Oh my god, and we're following up with the Hell Devil, who's probably the 4th best one. This guy looks like those enemies in Tomb Raider 1. The on fire, bright red thingies. That has to be what it's based on, unless that's all based on some sort of Bible bullshit. Now, considering they're both like hell demons, that's probably the case, but we'll choose to ignore them. Also, this guy's on fire. Also, this guy's hand comes out of like the doorways, and it's super cool. And then Puchita just fucked him up real quick. But that doesn't take away from how cool he was. Now, this is the Justice Devil or something. I don't remember. But this guy was okay. He was kind of cool. He chased Denji around for a little bit, but he's not the coolest. So we'll put him in A tier here. The Leech Devil was ugly and yucky, but it did want to fuck Denji, and that was pretty funny. So because it's funny, it'll go above its boyfriend Bat. Now, it was going to cheat on Bat real quick, but that's okay. Now, Locust is really cool, and he fights. All these good fighting guys, they're all the way up here. Now, Locust could go all the way here, but, he's probably behind Bucky. And he looks just like Chainsaw Man. It's epic. Mori Eel is a funny joke. Yoru really cares about Mori Eel, which makes me really care about Mori Eel, which puts him in the bottom of S tier. The Muscle Devil, the famous cut devil from the anime. It was like tricking a little girl, and it reminded me of a Devilman character. So we'll put it at the top of B tier. Octopus was just a girl or something. This wasn't that cool. Yoshida was always going to be the Death Devil. Remember my theory? So this ruined my theory, so I didn't even like it. But it's probably like just under Ghost. It's pretty cool. The Snake Devil is pretty cool, and it's not around very much, so we'll put it at the bottom of A tier. Now, the Spider Devil is really cool. She unzips herself to get Makima into hell, so that's already putting her at this tier, up here. And she's like a weird girl that doesn't speak. Oh, the Great Stone Devil. The Great Stone Devil is terrific. He was a little stone guy, and we really liked that glasses guy he was attached to, and the Darkness Devil really killed both of them or something. That was crazy. And he just said, "Stone come," or something, or something happened where the Stone Devil was immediately summoned to the Great Darkness Devil and couldn't do nothing. That shit was crazy. Great moment facilitated by a great demon, and by demon we mean devil. Now, Leader is just labeled this. Now, this is one of Quan Chi's sex slaves. They were all okay, I guess. I don't remember this one particularly, but we'll put them in A tier. Tomato. This is the first one. This one was like whatever, tomatoes. That's not even cool. We'll put it in... it's probably cooler than the Bat Devil. Leech Devil was funny, though, so it wins. Typhoon, unironically, is probably helped by that movie. Though its first appearance where it's talking through like the sink and then the drain and then it says, "I'm sorry, Lady Reese," or whatever, that was all pretty cool. So we'll put him Beneath fox, above justice. The War Devil, this bird, is not even its real form or something we found out recently, but this bird is really cool. This bird is like it's like an owl or something, and it's crazy and it's scary, and look at its weird eyes, and it says, Asa, I'ma be your best friend now, and Asa says, okay, and that was a cool moment. The Zombie Devil sucks. I don't like the Zombie Devil at all. It's the worst devil in all of Chainsaw Man, I've decided as of right now. He just turns people into zombies. That's lame. Zombies are lame. Zombies in Chainsaw Man is lame. And then Denji killed them all, and that was kind of cool. And that's my tier list, I guess. This template has 38 images. Oh my god, I didn't know you could see how many, like, things are there at the top of tier lists. You learn something new every day. Oh... Anything we want to change here? No, I think this looks pretty great. I think this is the definitive list. You know, the Darkness Devil, obviously the coolest one. Barrel Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously second coolest. And the Berserker Armor from Berserk, obviously the third coolest. That enemy from Tomb Raider is the fourth coolest, obviously. And Bucky the Chicken. He's just a chicken. In number 5, he's the coolest. Darkness Devil isn't based on anything, though, because he's just, like, the most original design in anything you've ever seen. Oh, but anyway, you know... Another day, another tier list. Another day, more Chainsaw Man discussion. When's the next chapter coming out? I think we're on break. Oh, it should have come out today. This is genius. I should put this out today. But I really want to put my industry review I'm about to do today. So I'm not going to be able to stick on theme like this. And it's going to come out a day after usual. God frickin' damn it. Anyway, we'll see you next week with the Chainsaw Man chapter review with that idiot Alina and his bad opinions. Time travel, who believes in that shit? Not me. Support links in the description below. Thanks.